Hey, good morning, everyone. Today, the group 6 will be discussing the assigned person, which is Bill Gates, and also the problem that we identified for the teacher and the student. But first, let us examine the background of the Bill Gates. I mean, this first is his early life and education. So basically, Bill Gates showed an early aptitude for computers, writing his first program at 13. He met his co-founder at Lakeside School and pursued his tech passion over a traditional college degree. So basically, the life of Bill Gates at an early age, dito na niya nakita na nana siya yung passion when it comes to technology, and also with that, he is able to create or write his first writing program about computer at the age of 13, and also this in that early age point, he also met his co-founder, which is the Microsoft, which is Lakeside School, and yes, Microsoft co-founder. So Bill Gates co-founded the Microsoft, capitalizing on the rise of personal computers. He led the company for many years, making it a software giant. So basically, when Bill Gates entered in Harvard, but he dropped because of also some reasons nga wala siya nag-pursue. It's because nalang siya yung knowledge when it comes to nalang siya yung base, yung foundation when it comes to the developing of software, basically the Microsoft. And when he founded that Microsoft, nasa kauban, which is si Alan, I forgot his surname. And yes, that Microsoft is software giant na siya, and it's installed in the computer. And yes, nakapitalize ang Microsoft is because many businesses and corporation, they use naman of Microsoft. And since that Microsoft is na may kanang rights money Bill Gates, then if ever na mugamit ng isang company, buktod niya, it's because magbayad sila. So, mura siya mag-copyright or like, I mean, national ownership anak nga kuhan. So, basically, kung gamitin ito sa company is dapat magbayad ko. That's why ang Microsoft is dako is the kwarta kay dili lang man ang company na sa US naka-base ang purchase or gagamit ng Microsoft. Eh di ba ang Microsoft is daghan man siya ng mga daghan siya mga itong mga part na itong sa Word, sa Big ka na Excel, kana siya ng mga kana. So, if ever ang kanang companies gagamit anak worldwide, so dako yung kwarta or dako yung share or kwarta na makuha ang piling Microsoft company. And also, passion and persistence. Gates love for computers fueled his dedication and risk taking. He dropped out of Harvard to focus on his vision for Microsoft. So basically, he's passionate and persistent when it comes to his vision to to create a software that is found in a personal computer is ang nag-pursue sa iya or nag-drive sa iya nga mabuhat with ang Microsoft. And with that po wala siya nakawa ng skill, but with his dedication and nag-risk-taking siya, so he's able to create this software giant and his strategic vision. So Gates recognized the potential of personal computers for everyone, not just techies. This vision made Microsoft a household name. So basically, ang vision niya is na dapat kana sa personal computer, not just in a company but also in a home is na na software. And also, is adapting to change. With the internet emerged in 1990s, Gates shifted Microsoft focus to internet products like the MSN, ensuring that the company's continued relevance. So this is the time that the Microsoft company continued to innovate, they adapt to the change when the internet become founded and emerged. So nag-shift po siya, I mean, nag-create po sila or nag-ship sila sa Microsoft which focus siya sa internet. Hindi nga dahil mo rin ang Microsoft Network. If makita niyo sa inyong personal computer, like kung dili mo ba ito sa Google Chrome, di ba sa Microsoft Job is na ng Microsoft Network. Yes, sa ninyo, basta mga na siya. And next is this leadership and business acumen. Gain strong leadership and ability to build a talent team were key factors in the Microsoft success. So basically, it is very important that when it comes to creating an innovation, you have good cooperative, very very engaging, adaptive na mga tao sa inyong team. Kay dili din mo lang po ang isa ka innovation kung ang inyong mga kauban sa kana nga pagbuuan na is kanang dili active. So basically dapat ang kanang when it comes to creating an innovation, you should be create a team where kanang cooperative sila and they're able to share their ideas to create change and that innovation will successful. So, ana din siya. And basically, the overall lessons that we learned from Bill Gates when he started from nothing, but now he's the icon girl of the world because he's considered as one of the top one richest man in the world. And because of his dedication, persistent passion when it comes to this kind of yang gusto nga, I mean, kuan ba siya kanang more of technology. So he's able to create innovation that not just beneficial for the company in the in the company but also gina-utilize na din siya sa education sector. So, in our problem, we identified a specific problem in our teacher. So, specific siya. So, basically, our solution is specific sa. So, the first problem na ako nakita when it comes to interview is the knowledge gap where students struggle with more complex lessons due to not mastering the basic knowledge from their previous grade. So, basically, di ba, the senior high school is na siya sa higher level. And during that pandemic, is dapat sila sa grade 10. So basically, pag enter nila sa grade 10 is mula kayo, grade 11, is mula kayo sa basic foundation sa mga complex knowledge, complex topics sa grade 11. So basically, nakita na mo na ang knowledge gap when it comes to the student. The teacher. The teacher itself found that to their student na knowledge gap ng ikabukanan. And with that kind of problem, the solution that we come up is the Summer Bridge Program. Since the Catch-up Friday has been already implemented by the DepEd, and it has happened every Friday, so in order to that problem na masustain siya sa summer vacation, nag-create yung program which is happen siya sa summer, which is the Summer Bridge Program. So this is a program conducted during the summer break that revisit and strengthen basic concepts from the previous grade level. So na yung mga key features ani. So the first feature is the focus on the foundation skills. Prioritize more concepts from previous grades that are essential for the success in the upcoming year. So ang focus ani nga ang one of the key features sa kini nga solution is dili ba yung talang makabog na topic. So basically, kaya na yung mga topic na naay nag-ibalik foundations siya sa complex topics sa ilang sulod nga year level. So more ng focus. And then, dili sa sa engaging activities, ang sunod niya nga key feature is make learning fun and interactive gamification project. Based learning and hands-on activities can keep students motivated and engaged over time. So these key features from the solutions that we come up with the Summer Bridge Program is a reflection of the Bill Gates ang passionate about technology since we integrate ang gamification or interactive and learning. So, basically, na ay mga technology, not just kanang paper and pen lang when it comes to that kind of program. So, the teacher that has the task aming nga program is dapat na siya mga ang technology na integrate or incorporate when it comes to teaching or yes, when it comes to teaching the basic the foundation of topics to complex topics. And next is another feature is the peer tutoring. So small groups or reciprocal peer tutoring where students take turns teaching each other. So it is not just about teacher and student interaction, but also a student and student interaction. So katong mga student nga kaalam ani nga topics. So basically pwede sila magtuto sa iyang classmate nga hina. And then yes, ibali i-grupo ang mga student according to their needs, pero dapat ang katong nga grupo is dili na siya daghan. So basically, naras sa mga tulo, ana lang, dili na tayo. At least, naay ka na sa isa ka grupo is naay baka, naay knowledge about anak, pero siya ang magtudlo. And also, another one is the social emotional learning. Acknowledge the potential of social emotional impact of the pandemic. Integrate activities that promote teamwork, communication skills, and sense of belonging. This can help students feel more comfortable and confident when the school starts. So this solution is not just about focus on the information, the topics, the foundation topics for the which we use school for the complex topics in higher level or grade level, but also their emotional since emotional na biya karon ng mga tao. And also when it comes to that is basically kanang makatabang po sila. I mean, ma-enhance na ilang ang emotional intelligence. They're able to pag-start na sa school is comfortable na sila and confident. And the next problem will be discussed by Ilan Yaksay.
Yes, the second problem is about the social skills of the student. I think it's one of the problem that we have based on the many interviews that we have, which is social skills, particularly the student engagement and participation in class. And we come up with a solution about a thorough implementation of authentic assessment with the integration of technology. Because authentic assessment is based on real world scenario where students can act out scenarios to practice communication and empathy. And additionally, group discussion and cooperative learning activities promote collaboration and understanding among peers. The student will be able to enhance their interaction and socialize with others, which can help the students increase their engagement and participation in class. And for the implementation of this solution, the teacher could simply use authentic assessment, but with the integration of technology. When it comes to collaborative learning, the teacher could use the technology, could utilize the technology and other online platform. Just like we did sa Kanaka Junta, like we did a lot of integration of technology for the students to be collaborative with each other. And for the third problem, it will be tackled by Ms. Ali. Hi, part 1.
For the third problem, we have the sudden transition from face-to-face classes to modular learning. So basically, this is on how to bridge the gap between asynchronous and synchronous. Even though nag-transition na from modular to face-to-face, yung mga teacher kasi, naagad sila makita na gap between sa pag-affect ng module sa mga bata in this face-to-face. For example, is katulad nikalit na init kayo. So, nag-start na po sila from the beginning na mag-attack ng module sa mga bata. So, face-to-face module, na sila nakita ng nag-gap because even though asa na sila mag-iwag module, nag-apoy ang mga lapses about sa module na dili makita o class. an innovative online platform designed to connect educators, transitioning to modular learning, providing a space for collaboration, resource sharing, and support. So basically, mura kami siya o ng seminar dito, but with the integration of technology, mostly is let's say for example, more siya seminar pero sa Gmeet dito yun, or kung asa sila mas mas comfortable ikaw, pwede siya sa face-to-face, pwede po siya sa online. So, depende ra sa ilang, depende ra sa ilang. For the implementation, the teacher can organize a virtual networking event such as webinars, workshops, and panel discussion where teacher can connect with experts in modular learning, share best practices, and learn from each other's experience. These events can provide valuable insight and foster a sense of community among educators. So, what's nice with this one, okay, ang seminars is mag-invite a bit via silang speakers or magkuha lang silang insight about the teacher. But this one, ang teacher din mismo ang work with each other, mag-collaborate with each other. Tapos, mag-share ang ilang resources, tapos mag-share ang experiences, yung nanang kaniluan.
So the student problem that we found out to our interview is the communication skill. The communication skill is one of the major problems when it comes to students. Students are struggling to effectively convey their thoughts and ideas, especially when it comes to reporting. So when it comes to reporting, students because the transition between the face-to-face classes on students is para sila struggling on their communication skills because nabaguhan sila sa transition. And one of the solutions that we found out is the virtual collaboration tools and communication workshops. Utilize collaboration tools such as Microsoft Teams or Zoom or to create opportunities for students to practice the communication in a virtual setting. So, where integration of the technology is one of the solutions to this because sa technologies na sila collaboration yung makitabo with nakapag sila sa mga brainstorming and makaasag sila o mga different ideas na pwede sila mag-trade or makasa sa ilang communication skills. And the implementation is teachers can set up regular virtual group projects and presentations where the students must communicate and collaborate, and workshops or modules on effective communication like public speaking and digital literacy can further support skill development. So teachers, they can implement like virtual group projects, like for example sa mga buhat, and also sa mga workshop, for example, that is like implementing this kind of group projects or workshops, students can easily communication skills. Like they can also add their own ideas and mahon ang ilang skills when it comes to communication. And also sa ilang